Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator Live here in Texas. That's right, the Lone Star State of all the things. You betcha. Hey, Noko, what's going on? I hope you're having a good day today. You betcha. And with that, we've got 5 cities to go in Texas to wrap up that first achievement. And that's what we're accomplishing today in all the things. But before we get started, of course, I want to thank Noko and all the other people that come along during the live streams and hang out and do all the stuff. And, of course, all the recent subscribers as they scroll at the bottom of the screen and all the things that we do, plus everybody that watches later. I'm very much appreciative of that. And as the counter is counting down to 0, let's get ready to head over to the border. Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow. Fancy. The Mac Anthem. Oh, yeah. Even the name sounds awesome. The Mac Anthem. I got a hair. What's this hair thing? There we go. Yes. So of course, I did as part of the Texas DLC. They had also come out with a Wild West theme pack. But of course, that only goes on the default trucks that are in the game. And so instead of us taking one of the cab overs over today, which of course are not in the game, we are taking the Mac Anthem. And of course, as you can see, I've got my Wild West Outlaws paint job on it. Oh yeah, all the things. It looks pretty snazzy to me. Oh yeah, we betcha. Let's switch on over here. Get the full screen up. We already picked up the package. All the nice stuff. Is that Jack Sparrow on the back? I don't know if it's Jack Sparrow. I don't think it's a Pirates theme. I think it's a Wild West theme. I just think it's an outlaw. You know, wanted, dead or alive. You're coming with me. You betcha. And, of course, the way this works, and we got extra bonus points here, people. That's right. We got the trailer to go with it. As I've picked up the load, let's have a look at the map before we get started. And, of course, we have 5 cities to go. Of course, we have Adelaide, San Angelo, and Odessa. And then up here, we've got Armadillo and Dalhart. So, of course, we're going to have to make a swing down here. Now, I've picked up this load going to Odessa, which you would usually take the 20 straight across, but I do want to hit San Angelo. So we are going to take a little bit of a side detour here on 83 and 87 to do that. Lots of time. I mean, really, the whole thing's only 400 miles. And then, of course, we've got to work our way up north, right? And all that. So, with that, let's get into it. It's 10 in the morning. It's 10 in the morning. You betcha. And we'll have a look at the truck. All set. Everything's ready to go. We're full of gas. I did. I did have a Mac Anthem in one of my garages, but I bought the garage in Dallas and bought another Mac Anthem and did this paint job on it just for fun, right? Again, I like my cab overs. The cab overs are nice, but every once in a while you got to drive yourself one of the stock trucks, and oh yeah. Look at that. You got the Wild West town on the trailer. Oh yeah, look at all that chrome, high polish wheels. Boom, you know it. And of course we got the truck itself, all the things waiting for me to start it. Oh, wow. Yep. Now, of course, as always, I may have to do a few sound adjustments. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. In fact, I probably should do that now. I'm looking at the level and I'm like, it's maybe a little loud. We'll give it a shot there. It's going to be loud because I'm really close to the truck at the moment, right? We'll turn the lights on, do all the things. Oh yeah, look at that, man. That is just mean looking. Mac Anthem. I mean, the name itself sounds mean. Right? The truck's got a nice beefy look to it. It's got a mean look to it. It's got a mean name. You know, names are important, people. Names are important when it comes to naming vehicles. And we're going to talk about that today as part of our chats. All right, let's get this thing out on the road because we got to get this thing down the road and all the things. All right, we'll swing her around here. I don't know if we can get a parking shot 8. Oh, yeah, look at this. There you go. I know this is what you want, right? There's our parking lot 8 for you. I did forget to put front caps on the wheels. We may stop to fix that. Because that's a thing. Oh, look at that. You almost think I knew what I was doing here, people. You almost think I knew what I was doing. You know, I try to get you the good looking shots, people. I mean, because it's all about the good looking shots, right? So here we go. Let's get out here, make this left turn, and all the things before we get moving. Man is a nice, yeah. They got a nice name. I don't know about the trucks. I mean, now an ETS2. I don't know. I'm not really fussy about the trucks I buy. Now I do buy Scanias, but that's because I've known the name a lot longer. Now, surprisingly, though I buy Scanias, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Though that's what I drive in ETS2. I buy all my drivers Volvos. So all my garages have all these Volvos in them because you can get the best engine configuration with a Volvo in ETS2. I don't know why, but anyway, it's. But I like the V8. I like the V8 options. So that's why I drive what I drive in ETS 2. It is what it is. I mean, like the Mac Anthem here. I mean, I love this truck. It's a really nice looking truck. All the things. Unfortunately, the engine, like the most powerful, now without using mods, right? No mods here. The best engine you can get for this truck is like 510 horsepower. All right. Now, I know that, we could talk about horsepower and blah, 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 all that all day. But, I mean, look at my Argo C, right? My Argo C, 710 horsepower. Yeah, right? Look at my K100, 600 and some horsepower. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I want a motor. I want a motor that rocks, right? When I'm hauling them big loads up big hills, I want horsepower. I want torque. I want all the things. I want all the things. All the things. Yeah, high power, right? I'm all about that high power. Let's throw the cruise control on, so we can get a nice 8, hopefully. Get a nice 8 shot out of this. No, we don't want the back of the trailer. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, and I'm even doing this on the curve, and I don't usually do this on the curve because it's a little sloppy, but why not? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, people. Yeah, give it to me. Yep, there we go. Nice. There's a nice looking 8 shot. So with that, of course, but this comes back to names, right? Mac Anthem. I mean, the truck looks beefy, right? It's got the look, right? I mean, you got to have the look, right? I mean, it looks like a truck, right? It doesn't look, all. Don't get me wrong. Aerodynamics is very important, especially in today's world where fuel economy and everything is every dollar counts. But this is a beefy looking truck, right? Like, yeah, I'm mean looking. And the name is mean looking, right? Now over here, of course, now I'm dating myself some, right? So over here, of course, one of the things is cars out here was, Chevrolet made the car, right? It was a Chev car, but I think it was under their other brand, under their Pontiac brand? Yeah, maybe. The car, of course, was a Sunfire, right? It's the car you see in the original Fast and Furious movie, right? The Sunfire, okay? But the name right there tells you people are going to buy that car. Why? Sunfire. I mean, the name screams speed and coolness. I'm the Sunfire. I mean, sun, awesome. Fire, awesome. Sunfire, super awesome. And all kinds of them cars were sold. Lots of people bought them 4-cylinder cars. Right? Because it's got a cool, the car itself was aerodynamic, but not too wacky. And at the same time, it had cool name. If you have a vehicle that matches the name, it's going to sell. I mean, a lot of people don't realize you've got to put a name to the vehicle you're selling, right? No one's going to want to buy the Chevrolet Granny, all right? The Granny. No one's going to buy that, all right? Now, I do realize this is why some car companies just go with numbers instead of, actual names for their cars, because they actually know names tend to be a really big impact on people. Right? So if you get the name wrong, you can actually kill a car brand because you put the wrong name on it. All right? And that's why you see BMW X5 and M3 and all that. By avoiding names and just going with numbers, you avoid the human attachment to it. So it's one less obstacle you got to deal with, right? But I'm glad that sometimes they still put names on trucks because let me tell you, it just looks cool, doesn't it? You know it does. You know it, I know it, we all know it. We all know it, people. It just looks cool. Yeah, nice cross-highway action. That's what I'm talking. Yes, look at that. Man, that is just sharp. Now, that's what sometimes you just can't get these shots, and sometimes you get the perfect highway, and it's like, yeah, give me that shot. Give it to me. Give it to me one time. Yeah, now we've gone back to the normal stuff that I usually get. There we go. So that was a nice looking shot. We'll take that. You like driving the DAF, the XG Plus? Not because whoa, Max, keep it on the road, buddy. Not because it's really good, but it's the biggest and beefiest one in the game. Yeah, like again. Now this is one thing about European trucks. A lot of them have are automatics, right? And they all have 6-speed transmissions. And that's, now I can understand why. Ease of use, right? You're starting to see more automatic transmissions here in North America now. Again, because of the driver shortage. I've discovered a new viewpoint. What? Where's this viewpoint? Where's the viewpoint? Oh, wow. It's way over there. Okay. Well, just a second. Yeah. Listen, I gotta make it a left turn and a right turn and another turn. This is gonna get dirty, people. I gotta get to this viewpoint though. We gotta try. Hey, there's always there's other achievements I've got to get, and one of those achievements, of course, is all the viewpoints, and that makes things really tricky. So we are gonna be doing a few questionable maneuvers here, but I want this viewpoint. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I'm not letting this go away. And it has cameras instead of mirrors. Yeah, right? Cameras. I mean, that is really cool, right? Yeah, now, again, maybe I'm a little old-fashioned, but at the same time...
I'll find a new route.
Yeah, we're going to find a new route here in a second. Look, I want to... We're going to make a U-turn right after I get this camera. Okay, look at that.
Finding a new route.
All right, well, let me do this. Yeah, there. Well, the truck's a little crooked on there. All right, so there's 11 out of 25 viewpoints. I'm trying to get all the viewpoints, game. You got to work with me. If you're going to put these viewpoints out in the middle of nowhere, then I've got to swing the truck around and do things. I don't know what you're viewpointing out here, but I'm sure like exit 290 is something very important with the broken like with the old couch with the old microwave sitting on top of it. I'm sure it's important. Now, don't get me wrong, cotton fields, very important. Oh, look at that. And we're getting a harvester going by. Look, I know about the new route. Everything is fine. Okay, let's get on with it. All right, let's get this thing turned around. Look.
I'll find a new route.
All right, you do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to get this thing turned around so we can get back on the highway. All right. Yeah, no need about the rerouting. I'm rerouting us here. We'll be back on the highway in a minute. Here we go.
Ready to turn left.
All right. Yeah, so cameras instead of mirrors, and of course it's got one of the biggest, beefiest ones in the game. I totally agree. I must admit, that's why. So as much as I like the, like for example, in ATS, I mean, I love the old Pete 359, right? I mean, it's a really nice looking truck, but it's not as good as the Kenworth trucks in the game, like the W900, right? And so now, don't get me wrong, I love the look of the W900, right? It's a more classic look. Again, it's a beefy look, right? It's beefy. Yes, we're turning left. Don't worry, GPS lady. We're getting back on the highway. So when it comes to like the default trucks in the game, one of the things, of course, is that and for the longest time, they kind of nerfed it a little bit. But the W900 Kenworth, as a default truck in the game, was a really good truck for a long time. Yeah, I'm coming right out here, dude. You know it, and I know it. Speaking of a W900, I just cut one off. That was nice of me, right? Yeah, I mean, totally buy a truck based on the name alone. I mean, but that is part of marketing. Like it's all about the marketing. Yes, there we go. That's what we want. Can I make an adjustment here? Yes, you can. Since we've already discovered it, do you want to swing up that far? No, I'd like to be able to do that little maneuver if we can. Actually, it's probably better if I go around. because I get the overpass on that one. Yeah, let's do it that way. Sure. I mean, it's all about the marketing, right? Marketing is important. And I mean, and again, I can understand why companies use just like numbers or whatever, because it is one thing that if you get the marketing wrong on it, you will totally blow it. Like, you will totally destroy your good chances. Like the Pontiac Aztek. The Pontiac Aztek had... Now, a lot of people really didn't like that car. I actually didn't think that car was that bad. Yes, it had problems. It had issues. I will say that. It was almost like an identity crisis. It was trying to be half car, half SUV. But it kind of had a cool name. And I thought, yeah, it looked Aztec-y. Like, it kind of did look like an Aztec, like the name suggested. I don't know. I just thought the name kind of worked well. But here's a name I just don't get. Opel. All right. Now, I know Opel is more of a European car, whatever. But now, again, being, I'm talking from an English language perspective, right? Am I going to miss this exit? No. Right? No, I'm not going to miss the exit. Maybe you should zoom in here a little bit, Max, just so as we don't miss the exit. Because that would stink.
Left, and then exit left.
Okay, we're going to keep left, exit left. All right. That's cool. We'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, wow, this is really sharp left. Maybe you should slow down here a little bit. But Opel, like, I don't know. It just doesn't scream powerful car name at me, right? Yeah, well, Opel's crap. But that's what you don't want. You don't want your name to reflect crap, right? I mean, even if your cars are only like throwaway cars, you don't want your name to sound like it's a throwaway too, Like, it's just, right? It's like, no, I just can't, I couldn't buy one. Like,
Keep left.
It's I hate to say it now. Again, I don't do politics here, but it's also the same as Lada. All right, I could never buy a Lada. It's almost like Lada, like lady. Like, no, I don't want my car to be wussy. I want my car to be, I want a car or a vehicle. Lada, no, it's not going to happen either, right? I don't know. I just find that like manufacturing names in general, and that's even outside of cars, even outside of vehicles here. We're talking about, I mean, we can talk about all kinds of brand names all day, right? Even people that don't know the meaning of the word Google, like its actual mathematical type meaning, still thought it was a cool name for the industry it represented, right? It sounded geeky, Google, right? And of course, people bought into that, right? Now, yes, Google does mean, what is it, 1 with a million zeros? I think it is, right? If I were to look up the name, I'm pretty sure Google is like 1 with a million zeros behind it. But besides that, the name itself kind of gave representation to the product it was trying to do, right? That's what it's all about. It's all about the branding. And yeah, I mean, they could have cheated away and just called it search or something like that,
Go
but
straight on.
branding is everything, And gosh darn, I might sneeze here in a second.
Go straight on.
I'm trying not to sneeze, right? Because if I have to sneeze, I have to mute the mic.
Straight on.
But in this game, it doesn't. It pauses everything. It kind of messes things up. So I'm trying my hardest not to sneeze. Okay. Okay. Ladder means for pickup or Lada. Really? Is that what a Lada is? It's a pickup? I don't know. It just still doesn't. Now, again, of course, some words don't translate well, right? Now, obviously, Nissan and Toyota knew this, right? This is why they actually have different names for their cars in different countries, even though it's the same car, right? And the reason they do that is because they know that branding is everything, right? So, they don't they'll actually use different names of the same car in different countries because sometimes words don't translate as well or as whatever in different languages, right? No, they're not. They're not a pickup at all. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a Lada pickup. I mean, now you got to remember the very first Lada I ever seen was when the Soviet Union still existed. Okay, it literally looked like a box on wheels. It was it was pretty scary actually. I mean, so that's where we are, right? We're talking late 1989, right? The Cold War was still on full blast. I don't even know how they even got to Canada, this Lada, but it was a thing. It was in Canada. I seen it. Thought, okay, Now, yes, the cost of it, the cost would be a thing because obviously, now are we going to catch the name of this town? I don't think you're going to give it to me. I think you're going to try and be cheap. Are you going to try and be cheap on me or what? Just a second. If we don't catch the name of this town, I'm going to have to do a thing here, right?
Exit right.
Okay, well, we're going to exit right. But we better get the name of this town. Gosh
Keep
darn
right,
it.
and then turn right.
Well, you know what? I think I'm going to turn left.
Turn
Oh, no, never mind. We're going to turn right. That is 26 out of 29. You betcha. 3 to go, people. 3 to go.
Go
All
straight
right. Straight on it is. So, yeah, it's just, branding. Branding is everything, right? I know, right? I mean, and it counts for everything. But, again, I mean, the branding just look at this. It does look cool, especially with this Wild West paint job on it. I must admit, nice looking truck, nice looking paint job on it. All the things, definitely all the things. We'll get back up here, get us a nice straight stretch of road, and then we'll do some more 8s and 7s on it, just to see what's going on. Should I do a 7 now? Yeah, we can do a 7 right now. It's a little shaky, but again, this is nice wheel placement for this for 7. It's too bad that the K100 is so far forward. The Argo C and this is doing it really nice. It's got the camera set back a little bit. It looks really good, right? So, we like our 8s and our 7s, people. The 8s and the 7s. That's what it's all about. We're trying to make it look good for you. Let's see. All right, this is a nice stretch of road here. We're going to get a couple of nice 8s out of this. There's always an opportunity. Yeah, well, that's not too bad. It's a little zoomed in for my taste, but, we can take that, I guess. We're going to start making this turn, though. There we go. Yeah, make your turn, dude. Yeah, you betcha. I'll take that. I'll take that for $1. There we go. It's Peterbilt. It's the truck that Peter built, right? It literally is the name, dude. Peter built the truck. Peterbilt. That's the name. He built it. His name was Peter. It doesn't get more explanatory than that. It's the same as Ford, right? At one time, your brand name was your name, right? So, Ford, when he invented, well, he didn't invent the car. He invented mass production of the car. Like when Ford cars are that. Your name was your brand at one time, right? And so you put because especially in the early age of manufacturing and stuff, your name became the symbolization and the meaning of thing, right? So, Peterbilt, right? Kenworth. A lot of you got to remember a lot of these items are family names or family-oriented type businesses or businesses made from things, right? From other people. So, it's the same as Chevrolet, GMC, all that stuff. Like a lot of these earlier names. Wow, that's a really red truck. That truck is really red.
Straight on.
I would not drive it. Don't do red vehicles. So anyway, Yeah, I mean, it's like Procter and Gamble, right? Procter and Gamble own like, you know what, 50% of all market items. Like, I don't know what the exact percentage is, but like everything from baby powder to like, you know, chocolate bars and stuff. But again, that's a company that was started, you know, we're talking 100 plus years ago, and again, people's names were used a lot back then, right? I literally drove a fire truck last week. Okay, the K100's an exception though because of BJ and the Bear. I mean, he drove, and it wasn't all just red. I mean, that's red, people. That's a red truck. I mean, and it's a, I don't know, it's not a very nice looking red either. It wasn't the right color red. And the truck I drove 2 weeks ago, the K100 was red, white, and gold. All right, so you know, I'm just saying. Well, I don't really drive red. Again, the K100 is an exception on that paint job because what's going on here?
And then exit right.
What's going on here? This is bad. Are we going left? Are we going right? What are we doing here? Oh, okay. Everybody's slowing down. I know that. Sure, everything's fine. Everything is fine. Let's have a look at the map here. Oh, okay, we're fine. It's just okay. Gee whiz. All right, let's go. All right, let's get down here. Yeah. So, but again, you have to look up BJ and the Bear, the TV show, to understand why I drove the K100 Aerodyne the way in that color scheme. You got to know the TV show. It is what it is, you know. Like you cannot drive not drive that truck in that color scheme because that would just be mean. Come on, people, let's go. It's a stop sign. It's not forever. Yep, let's go. Yep, let's do it. Yeah, like I was gonna stop anyway. Whatever. Okay. Wow, this is quite the intersection, isn't it? A bridge over a bridge over a bridge. That's pretty intense. You guys are all pretty excited with your bridges here. All right, let's get a little bit of left action going on. And get down the road. You bet. Are we getting back on the road? I mean, we could get on the highway, but is that? Oh no, we might as well just stay on this road. Look. Oh, and there's a garage for sale right beside it. Okay, that's pretty cool actually. All right, so we are about to hit the third. This will be City 27. Of 29, and then we got to find a load going north because that's a thing. I would like to find a garage to fix my front wheels. I forgot to buy the caps for them, so they got these ugly white caps on them. Well, they're not ugly, but they don't match the chrome, right? So I gotta find a shop. I gotta find a repair shop so I can fix the wheels on the truck, so as we can make it look good, you know. I mean, the truck looks great, but the white caps, when they're supposed to be chrome caps, that's my bad. That's my bad. You know. Anyway, we'll get down the road here, staying on this side route. I was going to say I did hit the button for the cruise control. It's just driving a little slow. I did try to buy a new trailer, but I couldn't get the wheels to work right on it. So I did have to use one of my existing reefer trailers to put the paint job onto, which is all right. I mean, I have a lot of trailers, and luckily the wheel my modded wheels are working fine on it. It's just it just threw me off a little bit, I guess. I usually would just buy new trailers all the time. Maybe the game's trying to tell me something, like stop wasting money or something like that. I don't know what it's trying to tell me. Gravel trailer, by the looks of that. I would say. And there's 27 out of 29 discovered. 2 to go, people. Now we just got to find all right, so there's the garage. It's on the other side of the road, of course. It's over there. Darn it. Let's get in here. We'll drop this load off. We'll run over to the garage, do the things.
Turn right, and then turn right.
Well, all right, I'm going to turn right and then turn right. There we go.
Turn right.
Turn this way. I'm really sad because I can't put country paint jobs on the trailers. Why not? Well, I mean, okay, first of all, obviously this paint job would not be in ETS2. But that being said, I mean, I'm pretty sure they allow for paint jobs on trailers in ETS2, right? It's just not this paint scheme in ETS2. How do you want to handle this job delivery, Max? I don't know. Do we really want to go that far? Yeah, okay. Let's go. Let's see what we got. We're going to be here for a few minutes anyway to skip the parking, blah, 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 all the things. Well, we're not going to skip it. I just need to know where we're putting it. Oh, it's down there in that corner. I remember this kind of parking lot. This parking lot's a little bit wonky. You got to go down the... This kind of parking lot style reminds me like someplace like a Department of Transportation. It's like where they would like have like the second level half, and you got to kind of do this little rinky-dink maneuver with it. I don't know why they would do that. And it's like, why wouldn't you have it all level? But anyway, whatever. All right, let's swing this around here for a second there, big guy, because we got things to do. All the stuff and the things. There we go. Swing her around this way. We'll start working on the alignment once we get her turned back in there. It's not going too bad. Yep, all the things. That's it. Come around. Come around. Come around. There we go. Oh, you got to come around a little faster than that, I think. Yeah, you definitely kind of messed that up, Max. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, we'll straighten it out, but anyway. Yeah, we're going to get this way a little bit. There we go. No, we're not going to skip it. Get out of here with the skipping. Skip it. There we go. I will say, doing this in a conventional truck over a cab over is a little more tricky. There we go. Look at that. It's fine. It was fine. All good in the neighborhood. Yes. Push the button. Yep. Unload the trailer. Do the things. There we go. All right. 472 of them miles. Show me the results. You betcha. Okay. Let's see. We need a job. Going north. Let's have actually look at the map first. So we obviously need a job. We need a job from here going this way. I mean, because we got to hit these last two cities to make this happen. So let's see what's in the external market for that. So we do have... No, we don't. That's New Mexico, dude. Way too much armas. No, that's not going to happen. That's Dallas. Nope. That's not good. We don't have something for either one of those. That's actually pretty bad. Do we have anything for Ranton? Let's go down his way. No. Well, that's terrible. That's not going to help me at all. Gee whiz. Well, do we have any for that? Nope. PQRST. Really? What about Clovis? Do we have anything for Clovis? No, we don't. Wow, there's like nothing going north here at all. There's nothing. Okay, well, what are you going to do about that? You know what we're going to do about it? We're just going to drive there. Because gosh darn, we got the cool looking truck. Who says there needs to be a load on it? I mean, I can drive there, no problem. So we're going to drive north anyway and get these last two cities, and we'll just pretend to have a load. That's perfectly fine. So with that, let's do some driving. Yep. Rock and roll. Let's get on the go. You betcha. We're going to go next door. We're going to buy that garage. Yes, I mean, you can buy them remotely nowadays, but hey, I mean, it's right next door. I can definitely stop next door, and I can even fill up the truck with some slightly cheaper fuel. There we go. Swing around this way. Very disappointed, people, that you guys don't have a single load going north anywhere. I just want to point that out. You could have had a load going north. Wouldn't have hurt anybody. All right, we'll swing around this way. Oh, yeah, look at that. Turn here. Excuse me, do you have a garage for sale? Sure. Can I buy it? Okay. Yeah, this garage is empty. Do you want to buy this garage? You betcha. Yes. Show me the monies. Yeah, there we go. Done. Well, you got to upgrade the garage to get a fuel pump out of it. So let's do this. This will make everything more exciting. This makes everything 5% more exciting. Here we go. And stop there. Manage the garage. We'll do an upgrade. You betcha. Maybe I just have the wrong type of trailer. Yes, I probably do. The reason I've got the standard box trailer on is that you can get a lot of loads with this trailer. But yeah, I probably could try to I don't know, maybe get like a fuel trailer or something, get something going north. I don't know if there's a thing for that. You know what? Let me check that for a second. See, now, first of all, if I go to purchase this trailer, I think it's possible that what we got going here. My fleet configurations. Do I have fleet configurations? Oh, I do too. I have all kinds of fleet configuration. Let's go with this customized configuration. Can we, like, I don't think that's an option. Is that an option on here? Yeah. See, you don't get no cool country vibe, right? You don't get no cool country vibe with that. Like, you get this Moonlight Tropical thing, but it's too bad because they don't have a Wild West theme for the fuel tanker, right? That's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, I want to cancel the modifications. It's perfectly fine. We'll drive it north as if we had a load anyway. I am perfectly all right with that. So we'll put some gas in this thing. We'll go fix up my front tires. Yep, get rid of the parking brake. Duh. All right, here we go. Put this thing outside, dude, so you can see what's going on. Swing this trailer out here. All right, there we go. All good in the neighborhood. Yes, that's right. Zip, zip. Okay, we'll pick up a little gas, and then we'll run across the road and fix up these front tires, and then we'll take her north, and we'll see what's going on. Gremlin, what's up? Do you have the steering wheel or gear shift and everything? I do not. I use my joystick. I use the joystick for it. And it's not because I don't want to get one. It's because the only reason is because this is the only driving game I have. Because a lot of the stuff I do is like train/factory games. The only thing I would ever use a steering wheel / pedals for is this game, and I don't know. The price, it's a little pricey for just a single game to be spending like. Now you got to remember, in Canuck land here, it's like like you're talking like $300-400, right? It's pretty crazy. Yeah, all that stuff is pretty pricey, right? Well, that's the other thing. Like let's say I was a total driving channel, right? Like I played Gran Turismo and ATS and all the things. Then yeah, obviously I wouldn't mind spending $400 plus on the steering wheel kit and all the things. That being said, this being the only game I play that's a driving type game, yeah, I just use my my joystick for it. I have a Xbox joystick, works great, and actually, I mean, what's this thing got? Like 13, 18 buttons on it or whatever? I mean, it actually does all the things I want. Oh my God, that's a terrible horn. I just gee, why? Now see, that's just. I mean, how can you take such a cool-looking truck and put this horn on it? That is not right. That is not right. You know what? I'm going to have to get a horn mod. Because that's just not right for this truck. That is, I mean, you have a nice beefy-looking truck with a beefy-looking paint job with a really cool name, and you have a horn that sounds like an Opel. That belongs in an Opel, and it's not good. That's not good. All right, let's just be perfectly clear now. none of that. No, did you see that? See, you guys, AI drivers, man. You really got to watch out for them AI drivers. Yep, look. All good in the neighborhood. Come on, guys, let's go. Oh, I want to make a left turn here. My bad. My bad. Listen, speaking AI drivers. Okay, let's get in here. I can fix this truck up, and then we'll start driving north. Yeah, well, you would, right? But usually the horn, that's supposed to be the air horn. There's something wrong. There's something wrong there. Yeah, because that is definitely not the air horn. Oh, look at that. And it turns out we're actually going to a Mac dealership. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, we'll just turn right in there. Awesome. I didn't even plan this. I just needed a garage to fix the front wheels on this thing. That's the dealership icon. No, I don't need that. I just want the icon out back. Do all the things. There we go. Give me this. Yep. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Truck configuration. Wheels. No. Wheels. Wheels. Do the wheels. Do this. Yeah, I forgot to put on the nice exclusive chrome caps. There we go. Look at that. Much better. Oh, and I wanted to fix the back leaves here as well. I think that's the orange that I have on there. Do that. There we go. That should fix that up. Well, there's not. One thing about ATS is they have lots of little cabin accessories, and yeah, there's lots of mods for cabin accessories, but there's only so many options for interior. I have the ultimate interior, the ultra interior as they call it, right? So if you want to look at here's the interior of the truck. It's called Ultra. Basically, way too much plastic, not enough leather anymore. It's not like trucks made in the 80s and 90s and 70s and stuff where it was a lot more leather and not so much plastic, right? But yeah, everything's plastic nowadays. That's why, too much computer, not enough manual, blah, 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 all the stuff. Yep, parking brake engaged. Well, yeah, it's meant to be big. This is America, boy. And in America, we have everything big. Everything's big in America, right? And that and the fact that, keeping in mind, truck drivers can be in their trucks for weeks. So they're like mini homes, almost. Gotta have it. Gotta have it in the neighborhood. All right, so let's head on north. If you're going to head north, Max, which way are you going? Well, I say we go back this way. You can get some road. You could get some road stuff in here. How often are you going to come down this road? Probably not very often. Well, that's it. See, exactly. You could do that. All right, well, let's do that. Do this, and then we'll come on to the 27, right up through the center of this, because this looks crazy. Yep, somewhere's around there. And then up to there. Sure, that works for me. Done.
Ready to roll.
Done and dusted. Let's drive it. We just have a bed right behind the seats. Yeah, so a lot of European cab-over trucks, they do have sleepers, but again, the actual driving experience is different in Europe versus North America. Again, a lot of drivers in in European countries are usually on the road. Yes, there are some that are on the road for a week or 2 weeks. I do know that, right? A fair amount of drivers, though, are usually only on the road for the week, and then are either they're on the road for 4 or 5 days, and then they're back at their home base, right? It's not as common to see real long distance drivers, except for those that do real big long distance drives from France, Ireland, and stuff like that into the Baltic states. Now, I do know that there are some drivers that do that run, that are doing the runs like all the way from like France and Germany all the way down into like towards Ukraine and all that stuff. Those are really big trips, and there's even like a few drivers that go beyond that. Like they go through around the Red Sea. Well, I mean, they did it one time. I don't know how that works now, but where they would go around the Red Sea and then into the Middle East, right? And those guys would actually drive for like 2-3 months. Like that whole round trip would be like a 2.5 month round trip, right? But a lot of drivers in North America or in Europe you don't usually see drivers like that driving for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. Here in North America, though, a lot of drivers, yeah, that's more common, right? Now, yes, they are trying to make it so as drivers are not away from their homes and their families as often. That being said, it is more of a what would I call it? A business culture here. More money-centric driven culture. So obviously, sometimes drivers are away from their houses for weeks at a time. It's just the way it is.
Exit right.
More exit right things. Holy smokes, you guys really got me exiting right all the time. Yes. Get rid of your stupid things.
Right.
What am I hitting here?
Turn right.
Like, I'm not, get out of here with all that noise. Like,
Turn right.
what am I hitting? Oh. I got a thing stuck under the wheel. Okay, back up. No, don't back up. You know what? Try and drive out of it. Oh, okay, yeah, we got it unstuck. We're good. Say, what is stuck underneath this truck? All right, there we go. That's fine. I am the son of a truck driver. My father's been truck driving for 54 years and still drives. Well, he's semi-retired, but I think he'll never be retired. He's when he started driving a truck, there were 3 gauges. There were three gauges in a truck. So he's he's owned his own trucks. He was an owner operator for many years. Again, he is in his 70s now, so he sold his trucks years ago, and then now he just kind of drives. He drives for a fella, and a couple days a week and all this stuff. Just keeps himself entertained. So that is where that is. But being the son of a truck driver, I've seen enough. I've seen a fair amount of North America behind the wheel of a truck. I mean, we used to, we would go all over the place, right? In fact, I was very lucky as a kid because, though it's more common today for people to do this, at one point in time, unless you had like a lot of money, like you were considered to be upper class or whatever, like a lot of kids never really left their hometown.
Go straight on.
But I did. I would like. I went everywhere when I was a kid, right? Which was very rare for a lower middle class family to do, right? But being a truck driver's son, you just got in the truck and we would go off and, we would drive halfway across North America, and it was awesome, right? I had seen things that most kids at that time had never seen because of being a truck driver's son. Right, so yeah. I mean, it was just the way it was back then. But yeah, all good in the neighborhood. And can we get some nice 8 shots out of this? Oh, come on, give me some. This is a nice stretch of road. You had better give me some nice 8 shots. That wasn't bad. Give me a nice off the road 8 shot. Yeah, come on. Oh yeah, there. You're trying to give it to me. You're trying so hard. Come on. Darn it. I was sure it was going to give me a cross highway. Look, whoa, I've got the car. I had the truck way too far there. Well, this actually isn't a bad shot. That's a good long shot of it. The 8 camera. Sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it just doesn't like you. It just really bothers me sometimes. Anyway, we get around these guys. So, yeah, he still drives every once in a while for, like I said, he has a friend that, owns a few trucks and, does small loads now. You're not going to see my father driving down like from Canada to the southern states or anything anytime soon. That's not going to happen, but he still does the occasional trip. The truck I've seen him driving in more recently is Freightliner Cascadia, and that's a thing. Am I ever going to play top? ATS multiplayer. You mean like Convoy? TMP? What is TMP? What's TO? I'm missing an acronym here. I don't get it. TMP. Now, would I ever play Convoy, where I'd have some people? Sure, we could probably plan out a Convoy at some point in time, right? If we do like an SMP. Oh, Truckers MP. Okay, okay, yes, Truckers MP. But the Convoy system, yes. I figured. Well, I forgot about Truckers MP. The funny part is ever since the Convoy systems come out, I don't really think much about Truckers MP because, the Convoy system, right? It's funny because in ATS, Truckers MP was never as popular as it is in ETS2, right? And that it is what it is. There's like. It's not that it was any better or any worse. It's just in ETS2. Whoa, exit right. What are we exiting right for? Oh, I got to take this exit. Okay, right. I have my CDL exam on Wednesday, hoping to get a job where I can go to Canada. Oh, definitely, man. Only been to Lake Maniac, yep, and Niagara Falls, of course. First, good luck with the exam. All the things, right? For sure. I'm sure you'll do fine. I'm sure you'll do good. Two, if you're coming from the U.S. to Canada, it will definitely help with the money situation at the moment because it turns out the U.S. dollar is doing really good in almost every country at the moment. So you'll be surprised that some things are cheaper here. Of course, we pay more in taxes, but we do have free health care. So, that's how it is. And as for... Yes, I know, GPS lady. I'm exiting left. Holy smokes, you talk. I should have stopped at that gas station and reset the time. Where's the next gas station at? Oh, wow. Okay, well, we do have a gas station up here. I'm going to stop at this gas station, and I'll reset the clock since we have daylight driving. Of course, ATS driving sucks at night. But yeah, hopefully you'll... now, I became a computer engineer architect guy, right? And that's in part because my parents always said, listen, you're never going to become a truck driver, man. And all that stuff. But I'll tell you right now, I have always had a fondness for truck driving, and if it wasn't for my IBS, I in a minute would become a truck driver for now, right? Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed the career of computers and all that stuff. It was great. What's wrong with my lights? What the heck happened to my lights? Turn the lights on, dude. I've loved the career I've had in computers, being an architect, being a, engineer / coder, the whole 9 yards. But I have always enjoyed driving. I love driving. I drive from here in Canada. I haven't in the last couple of years, obviously, because of, crazy world things. But I drive from here in Canada down to Florida. I don't like flying. I just enjoy driving. And if it wasn't for my IBS, I would be a truck driver. I'd probably give up computers now and just go be a truck driver because I just enjoy the drive. I enjoy seeing different places. Not only do I enjoy seeing different places, I enjoy seeing those places and the adventure getting there, right? And yeah, as a truck driver, there are some routes you'll do over and over again, and that gets kind of tiring. But every once in a while, you get to go to a new place, and you'll get to see new things and all this stuff. And no, I'm not turning left. I'm turning right here. This is going to blow your mind, lady. What do you think of me now? I know I'm going in the wrong way, and you're like, what are you doing? What do you know? I know what I'm doing. Yeah, so you're really like that. How would I stream out of a truck? Guys do it all the time. Turns out, when you have a truck with the interior this big, right? When your interior's this big, Noko, there's guys have like multi-computer monitor computer setups and all that stuff in their trucks all the time now. Yeah, we would do it, dude. We would do it. It's all good in the neighborhood. We'd make it happen, right?
Finding a new route.
Listen, you can find all the new routes you want, lady. I drove a lot of truck, just not tractor trailer truck, just keeping the TP in the truck back, truck man. TP in the truck man. Yeah, well, I mean it's trucking. It's all part of the experience. You gotta have TP. You gotta have a few bottles. It's always an adventure. I don't know. Again, if it wasn't for my IBS. I enjoyed all that adventure. That's for sure. Now, yes, winter sucks. All right. Snow is the big hassle. Snow is really a big hassle because it gums everything up. The salt on the road gums up the electronics. You really got to make sure everything's kind of like tightened down pretty good, right? All them things. I mean, it's like any job. It's going to have certain hassles. But I don't know. The driving to see the different places, the places I've seen being in trucking, just can't be beat. No matter, I don't care if you fly or not, you just don't get to see that stuff, right? When you're flying overhead in an airplane, you don't see anything, right? You arrive at a destination and it's like, yep, we're here, and it's like, okay, cool, but whatever. Do that. There we go. There. So it's 5 a.m. It'll be daylight shortly. We can drive on. So it's just, lots of people fly around today and they say, "Oh, I've been here. I've been there." Yeah, but I've been there too, and I got to see all of it, not just from the airport, right? So I don't know. Trucking, like I said, if my stomach was better, I'd be all over it. I'd be all up on it. Yeah, road salt. It's a corrosive, right? It's a pain in the ass. It's very often I don't say that kind of words. Here west in the Dakotas and like Alberta, right? They tend to use sand, but that's not because. That's just because of the availability. So Alberta and the Dakotas use sand because it's cheaper, right? So here on the east coast of Canada, salt is abundant, right? And it is, and I hate to say it, but salt is a really good snow cutter. It really is good against ice and snow. But out west or in the middle of the countries, they tend to use a lot of sand, and that's because it's just cheaper. It's cheaper to ground down into sand than it is to try and mine salt. Salt isn't as nearly obviously abundant in the middle of the country as it is along the coast. So that's one of those things, and that's true. Salt or the sand, of course, doesn't eat away at metal, right? I mean, it will chip paint and expose that paint to the elements where rainwater can rust the metal, but it doesn't act as an aggregator to rust to speed up the process, right? And sand doesn't tend to eat at the wiring and all that stuff. The electronics is bad. Now that being said, sand is sand. I don't know, from a grip point of view, I would not consider it to be as good on snow, but better on ice. Sand is definitely positive on ice. And they do that sometimes here where they actually do a sand salt mixture, where if the roads are like really icy here, they'll do sand salt mixtures. But okay, again, salt's not very available in the mid countries, right? So yeah, it's just a thing. 94 miles. Wait a minute. Am I getting credit for some of this? Okay, yeah. 2 cities to go. Amarillo is one of them, and we should be getting the credit for this one up momentarily. I think it part has to be because the salt companies are ranking in billions. uh, you know what? That's a little too much conspiracy for me. I mean, it sounds really cool. It sounds really cool, but it really is. It's just more about science, right? Salt as a snow cutting deterrent actually does work really well. It's just the science behind it, right? You're changing the composition of water when you put salt into it, and well, it's like the ocean. You notice the ocean doesn't freeze over at 0 degrees. Well, the reason it doesn't freeze over is because it's salt. The composition of the water is different, right? So yeah, as much as as it has a conspiracy theory, it sounds really cool, but it's really just about science, right? Salt just is a really good cutter of. Whoa, this is going to get real messy really fast. So you better slow down here, Max. Why is everybody driving so slow here? I realize we're in the middle of town, but we don't have to drive this slow, guys. Wow, fancy. Center City, city center. I'm assuming that question mark's going to be a camera. Ooh, or a waypoint. Yes, I have. Oh, you betcha. We're stopping with a waypoint. 2 more intersections. Yep, get out of the way, dude. I got to find this waypoint.
Go straight on.
No, we're not going straight on. I need this camera. I need this waypoint. Yeah, you're going to recompute because I'm getting this waypoint.
To turn right.
Yeah, listen, we'll turn right here in a second. I just got to avoid that fire hydrant. There we go. Let's do the waypoint while I can read the read the comments here for a second. Do the stuff and the things. Runs out in 10 to 15 years. Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, it is really it really is unfortunate that salt works so good but is so harmful to vehicles. You know, and it's really funny because you think now, I mean, compared to today's vehicles, like back in the early 90s when they were using that cheap steel and not doing the proper like layer coating, man, cars would only last like 5 years back in the early 90s, right? I mean, they would just fall apart. It was crazy. Like, so I mean, they do it better nowadays, but yeah, salt's still a pain in the butt. Oregon says they use more tire chains. Yeah, well, again, tire change is another way to get around, basically creating traction through snow, right? Because the snow is a problem, and that's what the salt's for. Don't get me wrong, it works really good at keeping roads safe, but after we replace all our cars and bridges and other infrastructure twice as often, yeah, I know, it's always a trade-off, right? But we live in the now society, right? People don't care about 25 years from now, they care about now. Right? I want to get to the store now. I need to deliver the stuff now. I need to get there now, right? The unfortunate part about now society is that it's really hard to plan for future society when everybody only cares about now, right? So, yeah, that is an unfortunate part that, yeah, so, I mean, I live right along the ocean, right? I mean, they paint bridges here all the time. I mean, literally painting bridges here is an active way of life. They put new coats of paint on bridges every day because of the salt water here along the ocean. And that's fine. I mean, that's just the way it is. You know, they do what they got to do, right? Because I know if they don't, then that's what happens. Infrastructure starts to fall apart within just a few years, and then you've got yourself a mess, right? For sure. It's too bad you could. Now, I mean, you know, they're doing all kinds of experiments with like beet juice and stuff like that. Beet juice has chemical compounds in it that eats away at snow and ice, and they use a lot of beet juice here on the road now, here in the city, closer to the city stuff. But again, it's kind of not as good as the good old-fashioned ways, right? Of all the things. So, you know, one just does what they got to do, I guess, and makes it out with what they got. And you know, if you got salt, you got salt. If you can't afford, if you only have sand, you get sand, and sometimes beet juice. Beet juice is a, I don't know if Beetlejuice is involved in that, but beet juice is a thing, right? Science. It's crazy. You know. All right, we've got one final city to go. 63 miles. Well, actually, it's probably about 85 miles. 85 miles to go for the final city, and that will be all the cities and that achievement done. That is for sure. We're going to get some nice 8 shots out of this. You're going to give me a couple nice 8 shots? No, you want to be fussy, do you? You just don't want to give me that 8 shot today. All right, that's fine. I mean, it did give it to me early in the game, so I guess I can't complain. You know, let's see. Let's go for a 7 shot. I usually don't do 7s on the corners just because the joystick makes it a little bit jittery, but we'll do it this time. I mean, we're doing 84 miles an hour. Why not? After you get all the cities, you should get all the roads. I did have 100% of the roads in ATS once. I did it once, and I stopped doing that kind of achievement because, one, in ATS it isn't an achievement actually, and you better go to this. In ETS 2, roads 100% road coverage is an achievement, but in ATS it's not. In ATS it's just not an achievement. But 2, when I did get that 100% achievement, which is an unofficial achievement in ATS, when I did do that as kind of a self-made achievement, it was impossible to do by road. I actually had to glitch the game to get 100%. And that's because there was several roads in the game that went like under buildings and things, and you couldn't drive on them. And that must have been just how they made some of the garage models and things, about how like they would put a garage building on a road piece and then put the model into the game. But because that was considered a road piece and you couldn't drive through the building, you could never get 100%. So I actually had to glitch through the buildings to get that 100% achievement. And so I did it once to say I did it. I think I have a screenshot of it somewhere in an old folder somewhere. But once I've done it, it's like, well, I'll never do it again. Now, I mean, because every time they add a new DLC, and then, of course, they started doing the revamps, right? They did the California revamp, stuff like that. So let me go into the map for a second. So as you can see, like, I have a lot of road, right? But see, when they redid the California remap, right, and some other things, you know, and then, of course, they started coming out with more DLCs, right, like Utah and Montana and stuff. It was like, well, you know, I mean, it's a nice thing, but I don't need to have it, right? It's a nice to have, but it's not really an achievement anymore, right? So just too many DLCs to keep up with and all that craziness, you know. So yeah, I've done 100%. I'm glad I did it. I don't regret doing it. Will I do it again? Nope. Nope, not happening. Because it was very painful. It was very painful to do that, right? And having to glitch the truck through buildings and stuff was a bit of a pain. Okay, well, we're going straight on. Well, I don't know if we're safe and sound, but we are almost here. This should be it. And that is one unlocked achievement. The Lone Star State. All 29 cities have now been visited. You betcha. We're going to pull into this truck stop, and I'm going to sneeze. Yeah, there was no way I could control that sneeze. It was coming fast, and it's going to come fast again. Yeah, because I'm trying not to sneeze in your ear and make everybody deaf. So let's get the truck in here. All right, all the things. I mean, this was a really nice drive all the way around the town, because that's what we do. All the things. Now, let's check here. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't find one more load. Just something simple, nothing too crazy. Maybe. Now you've got something going, Armelo. All right, you know what? I'm going to take that. Now you've got nuts. Well, yeah, I'm going nuts for nuts. So I will I will do this load, and then we'll wrap this one up for the day. Yeah, but I mean, I will admit the last couple of the last 3 DLCs they've come out with, the achievements in the game are pretty crazy, right? Now, I don't mind having one achievement
Time to hit
every
the road.
DLC that they come out with that's like a little bit challenging, like, 10 things, right? Or delivering windmill stacks and blah, blah, blahs. But I've noticed the last 3 DLCs they've come out with, like almost all the achievements in the games, in the DLCs that they've come out with,
Let's
are
find
all
the
really convoluted and complicated. Like, they want you to deliver, take the Texas DLC. They want you to deliver to all 10 farms in Texas. Okay, that
straight to
alone would be fine. But then they've got like 4 other achievements that are all like that. Like you have to deliver like crazy, like you have to do like 12 steps of something and a weird something. And I'm like,
You keep finding the
instead of
real-
having drive like 1,000 miles or something like that, I just find the DLCs, the last 3 DLCs they've come out with, like Colorado, Montana, and this, they've had some really crazy achievement requirements. Like I am still trying to find a 4th load to go to Colorado with for the windmill one. Like I've been, for weeks I've been looking for a load to take to that 4th windmill so as I could get that achievement and can't get it. And so I don't mind their crazy achievements, but if they're going to have these crazy achievements in the game, then make sure the loads are available, right? Like, make sure that people can actually do them, because it's like, I have been waiting for weeks to find this crazy windmill and can't find it, right? So, anyway, that's just me complaining about their crazy achievement DLCs lately. It's like, holy smokes, give me a break. There we go. Oh, there's the skill of driving around, you crazy AI drivers, you betcha. Let's get in here. Where is this load? Oh, it's way in back here. All right, that's fine. Fine, whatever. Last load of the day, so I guess it's all right. You couldn't have this load like out front closer to a highway somewhere, right? You had to bury it in the
Get ready
back.
to turn left.
Yeah, I'm going to turn left, GPS lady. Don't worry about it. It's all good in the neighborhood. Yeah, turning. I'm going to turn left. As soon as this car gets out of my way. There you go. Look at that. See, car's getting out of my way. I do got to fix something here on the screen. When I sneezed really hard, I kind of messed things up. There we go. We're all good. All good in the neighborhoods. Oh, hello. Dude, I'm an 80,000 pound vehicle. You should have seen me pulling out. AI drivers. Anyway, we'll just ignore that.
Keep left and then turn left.
Yep, AI drivers. Good thing I got a no damage mod in, because silly game. Okay, there we go. Let's get this one load and get out of here. Okay, where is it?
This is where it ends.
Well, actually, GPS lady, this is where it begins, because this is... Oh, I hate this factory. You got to do all this rinky-dinking around here. You got to drive for like an extra 6 miles just to get into the back of this factory. Just hold on a sec. I got to drive down this road, and I got to drive around the back, and da-da-da-da. There we go. Do that. Come on, get around this turn. There we go. All right. Now we drive down here, all the way to the back. I will say, though, it is nice to see more realistic manufacturing factories in the game. When the game first came out, they always had these small little like pickup locations, and it's like, yeah, but like big huge manufacturing centers like this are more realistic. So I guess I shouldn't complain so much about having to drive all the way to the back of the building. Except they could have made it nicer and had the load on the side of the building. I would have been very happy about that. But no, they couldn't do that today. They wanted me to drive all the way to the back. All right, let's do it. 92 miles. 92 of them big miles. All right, just hold on a second. Let me get the truck up here, do a few things. We're going to be able to get an 8 coming down the back of this. That would be nice. It'd be kind of cool. No, that's a 6, dude. No, that's the back of a building. You're not seeing squat. You can't see squat. That's just the back of a building. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cool. But no, not cool. Like like really game? You couldn't give us an angle shot of an 8 coming down the other side on this side, right? No, that would have been too easy. This would have been too easy. Oh, you made that a little wide there, Max. Easy now. All right, there we go. All right, gee whiz, you're going to kill us getting out of the parking lot. I should have a look at the GPS and see where this crazy thing has got me going. GPS lady, you know, she likes to send you all over the place to all kinds of different locations. And it's all wrong half the time. So let's see what we got.
Turn left.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I'll agree to that in a second. You know what? I actually will agree to that because turning left actually is okay by me. And then we're going to drive straight down here and straight in there. All right, cool. I'll do that. So, yes, this time, GPS lady, you win. I will do it. Yep, come on, get out there. All the things. Nice. All right. Whatever, cop car. Whatever. All right. So, for our last 80 miles of the trip, this being the final day of the fall schedule. All the things. You know it. And, of course, what do we got coming up starting tomorrow? Tomorrow, the holiday schedule starts. And it's actually going to be a little bit of a light schedule this week. Just because of what we got coming up after that. So, of course, it's Icarus Monday. We're still on the open world planet, doing all the open world missions, having a great time with that. Super duper awesome. Yeah, we're going to turn left, do all the things. Icarus Monday, of course, is what we do on Mondays. And, of course, we got the new open world missions. We got the Love Mansion. I'd like to build the tower tomorrow. That'd be really awesome. We're gonna go around these guys. Yep. Whatever, dude. Yeah, I'm going straight on. Don't worry about it, GPS lady. Holy smokes. Of course, then we are going to have another episode of Railgrade. I'm going to try and get 2 in, but if I can only do 1 this week, then that's just the way it is. And of course, the only reason I'm being a little late on the schedule is 1. Just trying to figure out, just trying to be a little stable here. Couple of 2 or 3 days over the last couple of weeks. I've been feeling a little lightheaded, a little dizzy, so I'm going to try and see a doctor over the next day or 2, try and get that straightened out. Hopefully it's not too bad. And at the same time, the week after that, so we're going to play a little Railgrade. Of course, we've got Icarus Monday. We'll have a possible ATS Sunday, of course, again next Sunday. And because I usually like to do live streaming when I have another achievement to do, right? So now that we've gotten the All Cities achievement, I'm not quite sure what achievement I got lined up next, but I'll have a look at that. And then, of course, that is going to be next week. And, of course, it's the week after that where everything goes crazy, right? We got all new Infraspace coming out with the new Giga maps. We've got the new Exion game coming out. Space Adventure, all the way. Going to do that. That's going to be crazy. So between the Space Adventure, with the new Infraspace coming out, and with Icarus and this and stuff, we are going to be so full of stuff for weeks that it's going to be pretty crazy. Going to be pretty crazy. So next week's going to be a little bit of a lighter schedule. Of course, I post the schedule every day. I post a weekly schedule on Sundays, and then what I'm playing that day on the socials, which you can find down in the video description. So be sure to check that out. Of course, and the Discord servers link is down there as well. Listen, what's with all this traffic? What's with all the... Come on, guys. I mean, okay, this is a good time to look at the truck because it's always a good time to look at the truck at an alternate angle because that's always really cool. Can we get a 7 shot on this? Oh yeah. Let's do a 5 shot. Yeah, do that. I don't think we're going to make this light, dude. This traffic is just way too slow. Way too slow. Yep. I mean, these guys are taking forever. Yeah, see, and this guy wants to go, yeah, come on, get out of here. We got things to do today, people. Like deliver loads. There we go. So, of course, the links are in the description, and for all the socials and the Discord server, which, of course, we post the schedules and stuff over there, too. And, of course, I am greatly appreciative of all that and the things as we take in, dead or alive, this final load of the day for 46 miles. You know it. Except let's try not to run into the back of a vehicle. Let's just avoid doing that. All right. So, yeah, to wrap up today's summary, you've got to have a good name for a vehicle. I mean, you got to have a good name, period, right? Whatever it is you're selling, it's got to have a cool name to go with it, right? I mean, I know. If Google had been named, like, Twilight, right? Let's say Google was called Twilight, all right? Yeah, it's an okay computer geeky name, but not as cool as Google. I mean, you know, great market branding there, right? You know, and so I think no matter what it is kind of product you've got, whether it's a truck or a car or whatever, the name you give it's got to be a cool name. And yeah, you can always use numbers or some cheat way out, but that's cheap, right? If you've got a really cool name for your brand, then that name will carry you a long way. It will make it just that much better, right? So that is going to wrap up all the crazy talks today. You name it. Everything from salt on the road to the best brand names on the market to whatever we're driving down the road with dead or alive painted on the side. Excuse me, guys. You guys are both driving really slow. I'm going to go around you. Actually, town here is really, really crowded. It's really crowded here in town. Go away. All right, fine. It gives us a little bit longer to look at the truck, though. I will say that. I still think Peterbilt is weird. Well, yeah, I guess. But you can say the same thing about Ford, because Ford is weird, you know. Or you can say that about a lot of products that are person name based, right? Person name based products are always, they have hundreds of years of brand recognition, so a lot of people have just gotten used to them. But yeah, I mean, if you were to brand those names, if you were to brand those items today, I would think of it as being a little bit weird sometimes, I guess. Some of the names chosen would be not the best names to go with. Listen, you guys are driving me crazy here. No, you're not turning right. I'm not allowing that. Nope. I'm getting by you guys now before I sneeze again. You know, I got 16 miles to go. I'm going to get this thing down here. Yeah, Peter, the official American truck, ever since Autocar went away. Oh, man, now we're getting into some old names, right? Autocars. Well, like I said earlier in the stream, it's the truck that Pete built. It's a Peterbilt. Peter built the truck. I mean, it's a classic name. I mean, Kenworth, you know, Peterbilts. Gee whiz, Autocars. Man, we're really getting into some. I mean, what is it? Not Harvey's. Name slips my mind now. Starts with an H, of course. But I mean, there are just some classic names for trucks that, you know, I mean, that just don't even exist anymore. History. You know, I realize I have gray hair, but I don't need to be reminded of it. All right, so with that, 1 mile to go for this final load of the final day and the final things. Oh, we got all the traffic pulling out here all of a sudden. You know what? I'm actually going to be nice for once and not drive through the red light. I know. I must be losing my mind. Let's go. Let's do a 7 for the pullout. We'll do a 7. There we go. All right, pull this one out, get this one done, in the books, all the things. How many miles was this trip? Oh, it was only 93 miles, right? This isn't going to go towards my trip count. That doesn't matter, I guess. It's all good in the neighborhood. You're going to give me a nice 8 as a parting shot? Maybe? I don't know. You seem like you're not quite sure about that. No, I don't think you're going to give me a good 8. I think you're just going to kind of... Yeah, see, you're giving me too much rear end 8. I need some front end 8. You know, you could give me... Yeah, whatever. That's fine. You know what? I'll make my own. See? There we go. Ta-da! It's just the way it is. Yeah, we're going to turn left. Oops. That's what you get for not... Okay, that's my fault, people. That's what you get for trying to drive front end. All right? There. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. There's no cars on this road. It's perfectly fine. Hey, it's not easy driving from this angle. All right? I just want to point that out, especially where I was making a sudden left turn. But, I mean, it does look good, though. There we go. I mean, yeah. Hey, I tried to get it with a number 8 shot. It wouldn't give it to me. I had to get my own shots. All right, there we go. Trying not to crash the truck this time. There we go. Nice. Hey, see, I can make a turn looking this way without running into something. Of course, it helps when there's nothing else on the road. That is a benefit. All right, there's a gate there. All right, turn the truck around. Okay, here we go. Let's drop this stuff off. Do the things. Gee whiz. All right. All right. We'll just go to the unloading area, drop this off, and be done with it. Oh, my. So, with that, you know what you should do, Max? Yeah, you should put up the thing, because that's what you do. This is a thing you do. There you go. Put up the thing while you're parking this trailer, because that's the thing you do. So, of course, I want to thank everybody that's been hanging out today and watching. Gremlin, it was great to have the conversation. Of course, it's appreciative very much. Noko, I was glad you made it. Always enjoy the company, as always, buddy. You know, we do all the things. I want to thank everybody that hangs out later on and watches in their own time zone, because, of course, that's a thing we do, right? All the things in the neighborhood as we're looking at the Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. Yeah, it's the Wild Wild West. The Wild West paint job. I must admit, it's a really nice look on this truck. It looks really good. So with that, I'm Max. This, of course, has been American Truck Simulator Live here in Texas. You know what? You can't drive to Texas County. I tried. I found the road, but it's blocked off. The road doesn't exist. I was very upset about that. So all that. Thanks for sharing. I'm not a regular, but I've been watching for like 12 years or something. Hey, I appreciate it. No problem. No worries. Anytime anybody just stops in to have a quick chat every once in a while, even if it's only on the odd occasion, it's all good in the neighborhood. It's what I do, man. It's what I do. I provide a little entertainment for some people some of the time. I'm not always entertaining. Okay, with that, I'm on my way out. I want to thank everybody for watching, doing the things. I'm Max. This, of course, has been American Truck Simulator Texas Live. And I thank everybody for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.